Hey guys, Nick Roush here again. We're going to be doing another cube draft. Cube draft number 3, Holiday Swiss Draft. Let's join this up. And let's see what we got here. Ooh, what is this? This is messed up here. Alright, so we have Restoration Angel. This is really good. Guy's Cradle is very, very good if we want to go with the ramp plan. We also have Basalt Model with Pristine Angel. Dream Halls can allow us to do some nutty combo deck things. Fetch lands are always good. Overall, this pack's pretty mediocre. I think we just want to take the Restoration Angel. I think it's the best overall card here. And, yeah, there's not much else here. Yeah, Edric is fine. We could just play the blue-green tempo deck. We're going to take Restoration Angel. Let's see what we get past. Anything? Maybe something? Okay. Alright, so we have Blade Splicer. That's good with Restoration Angel. We have an Exhume, which we could go into Reanimator strategy there. I do like those sorts of strategies. We have a Phantasmal Image. That doesn't work quite as well with Restoration Angel. Shieldred is fine for Reanimator strategy. Batterskull is a good card. Woodfall Primus is pretty sweet with Restoration Angel. Like that's going pretty big. I think we're just gonna take Blade Splicer here. It's a solid card. I think we want to try and be like the blue-white tempo deck. That's probably the best place for this. Perhaps like a mid-range control-ish deck. But those just are the best cards there. Not sure how I deal with. Hopefully that fixes our viewing problem. Blade Splicer is a fine card. 3 power or 4 power for 3 mana. It's great with Restoration Angel. Go on the beat down. And here we have not really much of anything. There's no white cards. If there's no good blue cards for our sort of tempo deck, there's Tarmogoyf, which is a solid creature. Another good Reanimator card. Niv Mizzet, Dracogenius, which I'm not a huge fan of. I honestly think just Arc Trail or Go for the Throat is the best cards here. The best cards overall that I could see us playing with Blade Splicer Restoration Angel. And of those, I would prefer to be white-red over white-black. Even then, that's not... I guess we could just take Izzet Boilerworks and build a good stuff deck, but no. Let's take Arc Trail. It's just the best ones there. Man, there is nothing in these packs. So, we could take Moat and just build like a blue-white flyer sort of thing. That's a good card. Creatures without flying can't attack. Could just take the Flooded Strand. Like, let's just try and build a value deck. Let's take the Flooded Strand. See where this goes. We have a Vengevine. We have Dimir Aqueduct. A Rakdos Signet. Aeon Chronicler is pretty sweet. I think... If we'd have taken a Go for the Throat, I'd be good with that. I think Aeon Chronicler is the best card here. Doesn't exactly fit with what we're trying to do. It's either that or Dimir Aqueduct. If we're just trying to build this sort of value deck thing. If we had taken the Survival and gotten the Vengevine, that would have been pretty awesome. Then green-white. Yeah, we'll take the Chronicler here. Okay, Avacyn's Pilgrim is a good ramp card. We have Manowar. That's really good with our tempo sort of thing. Pretty good, pretty awesome with Restoration Angel. Plus we have our blue-white fetch land to go with it. I think Manowar is our pick here. If that's not in the pack, I definitely take Avacyn's Pilgrim. The green-white mana ramp is good, but I think we just want to be the blue-white tempo deck, and we will take that. And another blank for us. This is pretty rough. I guess Boros Signet? It's either Boros Signet or Wooded Foothills. Boros Signet does allow us to play Arc Trail. It is generic ramp, generic color fixing, and the colors that we have, that's probably the pick. And maybe we're not going to be a tempo deck and we just want to be playing good cards. We'll take the Boros Signet. See where that puts us. Okay. Blink is good with Blade Splicer, Manowar, Restoration Angel. Memory Lapse is the type of counterspell we want in this sort of deck. So it's definitely between those two cards. Thoughtseize is also a very good card. Windbrisk Heights is also pretty good. I think we want... Blink might be a little too cute. I think Memory Lapse is... If we're going this tempo-ish plan, I think that is the card we want. And Dungeon Geist came back, so our tempo plan is looking pretty good. More stuff to use with Restoration Angel. We could have been green, man, going big with that guy and Vengevine. But I think these are the right colors we want to be in. Lightning Helix, huh? That's pretty good. And here, Niv Mizzet. Is this card worth playing here? Whenever deals damage, I can draw a card. I could pay that to deal a damage and draw a card. That's got to be better than Izzet Boilerworks, right? Nah, I like the mana fixing. I'm a big fan of the mana fixing. Bone Splitter, Schadenport, Plague Sliver. I guess. I guess Gargadon. Nah, we'll take the port. Etched Oracle, we have the highest chance of playing. This probably isn't the deck for port. But... And Willbender. Rune Blaster. I like Willbender. Thunderscape B-Mage. We can go and hide that. Hide this Willbender. Hide this Etched Oracle unless we get some other colors we want to play. So overall, this deck doesn't look the greatest. It's not the style of deck I like to be playing in these formats in Cube, but it's the direction we got taken in. So we got to work with what we got. Here we have Riftwind Cloudskate, another good card for our tempo plan. We have Grand Arbiter, which works with all of our colors since we are blue-white. Although I've never been a big fan of it. We could take Underground Sea, which would lead us to play the Etched Oracle and the Thunderscape Battle Mage that we had just hid. I think Riftwind Cloudskate is the pick, though. Stick with our tempo. Could use some 1-drops, and as I say that, we open up Student Warfare. I think that's better than Electrolyze for us. I think Mystical Tutor or the Dual Lands are the best cards overall in this pack. This pack's pretty weak. Hopefully Electrolyze comes back. Or Char. I would be okay with either of those. But we just want to take the Student Warfare here. Although blinking that one out with Restoration Angel isn't exactly what we want. Isn't exactly a combo. Alright, Force of Will. I do like Force of Will in these styles of decks, since you want to tap out to play a creature and then counter something for free. The cheap counter spells like Memory Lapse and Remand are the ones that work best, as well as the free ones like Force of Will and Pact Negation. I don't even know if Pact Negation is in here. Other than that, Damnation is the best card by far. Kelder Marauder, War Monster, Kargon are the cards for that deck. Fire Ice is pretty good. We would definitely play that card. But Force of Will is exactly what we want for this tempo-ish sort of thing that we have going on. And here we get a lot of red cards. Perhaps we are in the wrong archetype. We don't have a 2-drop guy yet, so I think this guy's fine. Azorius Chancery would be my pick otherwise. What does this Planeswalker do? Copies something? Or 1 damage to something? No, we'll just take the Knight of Glory. Give ourselves a 2-drop guy. And Opposition. That is a card we like. It's best paired in green when you get token makers like Awakening Zone, Drained Hermit, Thelonite Hermit, but we are still in a deck that has creatures, numerous of them, so that is exactly the card we want. Otherwise we'd be taking this Hallowed Fountain up. Yeah, that is a good card. I don't understand why people don't like that card. Nearheath Pilgrim, huh? Give something lifelink? None of these other cards are what we want. Jeez, that's a lot of land destruction. So we'll take the 2-drop guy. Nearheath Pilgrim? Really? That just seems awkward. Alright, Mirran Crusader is good. As well as Flicker Wisp, we can reset our Soul Bond, we can reset our Blade Splicers, Dungeon Geist, Manowars, Twin Cloud Skates, but I think Mirran Crusader is just the overall better creature. Shackles is also really good. But for our deck where we want creatures to go with our Opposition and our Restoration Angels and stuff, we just want the Mirran Crusader. This deck could really use like a sword, some piece of equipment. Should have taken that Bone Splitter. That would have been much, much better than whatever I took over it. I don't even remember at this point. Maybe Port? I actually don't even know. This deck looks pretty, like, it's fine. If this was like a regular cube draft, I would be pretty happy with it, but since it is just since it's a powered cube, it's probably not the greatest. Alright, so here we have a decision. So Mana Fixing and Plateau, which our Flooded Strand gets, Isamaru or Force Spike. I'm a big fan of Mana Fixing. We do have these red cards, which we may or may not play, but I would tend to play them, and they are good for what we're trying to do. I'm going to take the Plateau. That may not have been the correct pick. It very easily could have been Force Spike, but that's what we got. Old Man of the Sea, huh? Wake Thrasher, Spectral Procession. All of these are cards. Wake Thrasher is a pretty big game. He can get out of control pretty fast. So can Old Man. I don't think we want Spectral Procession here. There's a Glorious Anthem coming around. Let's take Old Man. Yeah, there's the Glorious Anthem. We're just going to take the Electrolyze here. That's the one we wanted before. It fits our colors, what we're doing. Fits our style of deck. Gideon's Lawkeeper. That's a fine one for us. May not play Aeon Chronicler. Whoa, look at all the red cards. Avalanche Riders with Restoration Angel. Yep, we're doing it. Oust. That's a good one for us. We'll play that. Just the sort of tempo card we need. They gain the 3 life. Yep, its controller gains 3 life. Avalanche Riders, we could probably play. I don't think we'll play it main deck, but against decks with, non-basic lands, it's got to be good. Or does it destroy any land? Hey, you destroy lands too. Let's hey, you do stuff too. Let's hide this Signet for now. Hide this Aeon Chronicler. This deck is a little bit more streamlined that way. People don't give Old Man of the Sea enough credit. Alright, Venser, Revelark, Revelark is good. What does it bring back? We bring back Manowar, Blade Spicers, Small Dorks. Revelark went pretty late in the last draft I did. Maybe I just want to take Venser here. Venser and Restoration Angel is pretty awesome. Ancestral Vision is also very good. Let's go with Venser. Gives us a counterspell sort of thing, and I would be happy with Into the Royal, Ancient Tomb, Faith's Fetters, Revelark, Ravageur, and so like any of those cards would be awesome coming back. We're gonna take the Venser. It fits what we want to do on our turn 4, like countering something that more tempo plays. It's a body. It can counter like the big spells. And there's a Time Walk. Holy cow! Look at this pack. Someone took a card out of this, and it has Pearl, Sapphire, Time Walk, Mox, Ruby. There are 4 pieces of power in this pack with a card missing. Is this real? Holy cow! That is freaking insane. Alright. Time Walk it is. Like that's the best one. And I wouldn't expect any of these other 3 to wheel. Wow, all 3 in our colors too. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other cards in this pack. So if someone picks like, I don't know, anything in the pack, like there's a good chance we're getting something back with that. But Time Walk is easily the one that we want. Mad Acceleration is all good, but that is the one we want. Alright, here we have a Volcanic Island, a Misty Rainforest, a Jace Beleren, Zealous Conscripts. I think we want to keep the red down to a minimum. Like we might not even play Electrolyze, but we'll probably play these 2. This is tough. Planeswalkers are good and all, but I think we're just going to take the mana fixing. I value mana fixing very highly. I think I think it's rightful to do so. So we're going to take that. Gilded Lotus, Sower, Preordain, Lightning Bolt, Elspeth. Ooh. Prophetic Bolt, Bounce Land. There's all sorts of cards for us. Lightning Bolt's just the best removal spell, but Planeswalkers are good, especially when that works with our opposition. Sower's good. We already have Old Man though, so I think it's between Elspeth and Lightning Bolt. And between those, I want to be playing one like a Student of Warfare on turn 1. We have other removal spells. I think we just want Elspeth. Yep, we're going to take Elspeth. Here we have an Izzet Signet, Ranger of Eos. Izzet Signet, Ranger of Eos. Ranger goes and gets Student and Gideon's Lawkeeper. Is that good enough? Getting Student's pretty good in the late game. Can we switch our deck up into just good stuff and play the Signet? Like play the higher top end spells? Let's show all. I'm gonna highlight this Ranger. Hide that. Play that. We're not playing you. Not playing you. Oh, Avalanche Destroyers just destroys a land. Yeah, we'll take the Ranger. Scalding Tarn, Daze, Mizzium Mortars. Alright. So here we have a great removal spell, the type of counterspell that we want for this deck, and the mana fixing. I just really like the mana fixing. Like I said, it could be completely wrong. We have one inside this port. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 26 playable cards. Oh, 20, we don't want. We might not play that if we don't play this Signet. Might be better off just to take the Mizzium Mortars. Miracling, that's pretty good. Alright, here's Flametongue Kavu. It's exactly what we want. Restoration Angel, that baby. Thundermaw. Yeah, let's Thundermaw it up. Ancient Tomb, Face Fetters, Broodmate. Okay, now that we have these higher spells, and a lot of these here, play Blades, but like we don't have the mana acceleration, so we're gonna take Ancient Tomb. I believe this next pack, yeah, this next pack was the one that had the big stuff. So we're turning into more of a good stuff deck, more like a control-ish mid-range sort of thing. Oh, Zealous Conscripts plus Restoration. I didn't see that last time. That's what we want to be doing here. And I love this. You get Lightning Bolt like that late. So we're not going to be the tempo deck that I thought we originally were going to be. We're going to be more of a mid-range control deck. Yep, or is it Signet came back? And well, I like the tempo plan. I think our high end is just so much better that is what we want to be doing instead. Like, I think just playing Elspeth and Aeon Chronicler and Thundermaw is way better than trying to play 2-drop dorks, especially when we saw all that power in there. Now I wish I had taken the Jace. So many things to do with Time Walk. Like Planeswalkers. We'll see how this goes. Disenchant for the sideboard. Okay. And Magma Jet too. Alright. Kinda like where this is going. Right, uploading other videos to YouTube that I recorded just a while ago. Yeah, this has some sweet stuff in it. It's not my style of deck I usually draft. Like, this is one thing that I like. You gotta be able to be well-versed in what you're doing on the cube drafts. Like, if you look at my last draft, so I've drafted a ramp combo-ish sort of thing. I drafted mono red, and now we've got this kind of dirtle mid-range control deck sort of thing. So let's we want to be playing these removal spells. Definitely Time Walk. And that Ranger Vios is probably a pretty bad pick. Yeah. Oops, I converted mana cost. Okay. So here's what we have. Let's scroll up here. If we wanted to, we could play this plus Lawkeeper and Student. Here, 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 here. Neutralize. This guy, this card. This guy, this guy. Alright, so there's our dudes. I'm not sure if opposition is where we want to be anymore. It's really good. It's good with Elspeth, but we don't have the amount of dudes I think it takes for that to be good where we want it to be. So let's cut that. 16 lands plus 2 signets and an Ancient Tomb. Maybe this is a 17 land deck. Cut you. Add land. Suggest. Sort by color. Okay. Well, these do have double white. Plus this here. This here. That's the same there. So blue definitely is our main color. I think we want... We have only one of those? Yeah, I think this is... Oof. We definitely want to fit in another island somewhere. And I think we have enough burn that cutting magma jet is going to be okay. We have all these red cards. We definitely want more blue, since all of our blue stuff is double blue. Only one of our signets taps for it. We do have these lands. Mirror Crusader is going to be awfully tough to cast without Flooded Strand or Plateau or something like that. But I think it's good enough, and it's a pretty big beater. Well, let's... Do we cut Mirror Crusader and play Magma Jet instead? No. I think this is a good enough threat against a lot of things. That's what we want. Let's see, we have this against black creatures. We have this against enchantments. We can bring in against our non-basic land package. Yeah, let's roll with this. And let's see, we have that submitted. And we'll see you back for round 1.